is gonna be a no huggies.
No Huggy Swan today.
No huggies.
Let me go on and put it on my
Nope.
phone so I can send it to folks.
And we are live.
We live, baby.
Maybe if you want to go live on your platform on IG, not did I say IG? Yeah, on IG, Najee.
My platform. When I go live, people don't be coming on like that.
You're not IG famous yet?
Nah, I ain't IG famous yet. Not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's cool. It's cool. TikTok. I'm getting better on TikTok. But IG, nah, they
Well,
use my shenanigans on IG.
okay. Well, um, today's topic is does does our culture
Mhm.
raise our men?
Does our culture raise our man?
Meaning,
All right, so I don't know if you saw the video
So Charleston White.
with Charleston White. Did you see it, Twan?
no, I
No.
haven't. I ain't touched it.
All right.
I try not to watch too much of his shit because he be out of pocket. And
All
this shit be
right.
making me mad.
Okay, so I get that. So in that video, he to summarize it, he was pretty much stating that when Jesse Lee asked him, was he raised by his father, and he said no, the culture raised him, and he went on to say that the culture raised him in the 80s, in a way that it was about pimping and drug dealing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So going to jail was like a badge of honor type thing.
Mhm.
Pimping was a thing of status. Dealing drugs was a thing of status. He said that his father was a pimp and his grandfather was a notorious drug dealer. So the culture, not he didn't even say the streets raised him. He said the culture raised him.
Mhm.
And more I wanted this life to be more of a learning experience for me in
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
terms of culture. Like, what do you guys, and even those in the live right now, if you could put it in the comment section, what when you hear culture, what does that say to you?
I mean, to me, I don't agree with a lot of shit he said, but I agree with that part because everybody was raised different. You know what I'm saying? You got some people's raised by the streets. You got some people's raised by the culture, and you got some people raised by their mom and dad. So, I mean, I can get what he's coming from, what he's saying. He was raised by the culture of the way he was raised, the way he was brought up, the way his family was brought up, coming up. You know what I'm saying? And back in them days, and all he did was, and thing is, when we have kids, people fail to realize kids watches us. They watches us a lot. So when they sit there and watches us like that, and they see what we doing, they gonna want to follow the pattern. So when they start following pattern, then motherfuckers looking at it like, well, he out of order, this and that. Well, you ain't got nobody else to blame but yourself because he's following you. Especially if it's known. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me put this down for a second. Especially if it's known for us throughout the family is a drug dealer, the family pimping, pimp hoes, you know what I mean? Family do all types of wild shit. So if the family was doing all of this, he was just picking it up. He was just understanding his culture of what was going on back in the day. He was thinking that it was cool. It was cool to do. It was cool to do. It was cool to go by. That was his thing. So I mean, I agree with him when he says that shit. Like as far as that situation, I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is raised different and raised by the culture. And that is, I mean, that is culture right there. So I agree with it.
All right, Naj.
100%. I agree as well, especially what Twan was saying in regards to understanding that kids mimic. They learn who they are by mimicking the people around them that they're closest to. It's a survival mechanism. You have to do that as a way to survive in the environment which we call home. So him being a product of his environment says a lot to the culture in which he was raised up in. So culture can be outside of your family, but it also can be the internal family, the people you're around the most. So I think a lot of times, especially when it comes to that generation, or the older generation, the 80s babies and whatnot, is not having the awareness to understand what they were doing and how they were imprinting on their kids and the impact that it had on their kids. So I think a lot of the stuff that he was saying was very accurate in regards to being a product of his environment and the culture raising him, because his dad was a pimp, and his mom was a single woman that was doing the best she could within the level of her awareness, not realizing in her trying to do the best she could, she wasn't able to fully be present to her and all her kids. So yeah, I think he's absolutely right in what he was saying.
So now that brings me to this question, fellas. Do you when it comes to black folks, do we even have do we have traditions of our own that we uphold or adhere to? Like, for
Which you,
instances, right? In other countries, there's gender roles. So a man knows what to do to be a man or be considered as a man, and women know what to or how to be in order to be considered a woman. Do you think we, as a black community, do you think we have anything in terms of tradition?
go ahead, Nigel. I'll let you go ahead on that one.
I would say, as a society, nah, not. It's kind of. It just depends, because I think in some aspects we do, but then in other aspects, it's because of the whole slavery thing. I think that played a major role in how we learned to almost like the culture aspect of it, because even like soul food, if you think about that, it's like, oh, that's the black culture, it represents watermelon and all, but it's like that's a lot of that stuff is due to slavery. So we learn to almost like adapt to that and take it as our own, as a way to give us some type of value or some type of relevancy in that. So I think it's kind of tough, because we've been separated, and us being separated from understanding ourselves, we start to look to somebody else to give us guidance, somebody else to give us understanding. So I think our ability to influence is good, but I don't think we have a infrastructure in understanding who we are within ourselves.
So give me both of them. Both of your ideas in which we do have a culture. Actually, just tell me where we do have a culture, because you kind of told me how we don't have a culture.
Yeah, that's why, because it was like it's kind of hard, but we do have a culture in regards to people trying to be like us with our style, with hip hop, people trying to emulate what we're doing, and pretty much the stuff that we were given, we made the best out of the situation, and people taking
Trinity,
that.
I'm sorry. Trinity, we on YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of our show on YouTube again?
His
Is it her in, or why is
his
first?
well, yeah, I mean, at Wise Men Prefer is so much shorter, but you gotta do the at sign.
Oh, all right. I'm just looking on my other phone. That's why I said that.
I can send it to you if need be. So where we do have a culture is like us turning what we got into something. So maybe the hip hop, the jazz, the rock and roll, the country music, all that stuff. I feel like that's a part of our culture, but it's just been hijacked. But that's where it becomes more of a, like, we don't really have a culture because they hijacked it and made it something like that. The only real culture that we have, I would say, is like in today's society is almost like rap music, but that's not really our culture, because there's the people involved is like controlling, being a puppet master and putting out stuff that we don't even. So it's just like, I don't feel like we really have a culture like that, because it's all been hijacked and it's not a uniformity thing.
Got you. Twan?
I mean, I don't really have too much really say on that. topic for real. For real. I kind of agree with Najee says. Basically, like how he says how people went back fast to slavery and all that stuff. Is basically like people, people. Like I said, people learn from others. You know what I'm saying? And as time go on, time as time goes along, times changes. So as time changes, you pick up on the next thing. Like, all right, put it like that when the next following year come along, right? You ain't doing the same shit that you was doing the year before. Your shit you just start going progressing as the year go along. You should start adapting to things that's transpiring at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So people just start to adapt to it and just start learning. You know what I mean? Different culture, different ways of how to go about life. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it as the year changes, people just adapted to it. That's the way I see it. But I definitely agree with Najee how Najee said though.
I can see that. Yeah, when I think about it, right? I think about it in a sense of where we used to have a culture, and
Mhm.
our culture was family. Our culture was to get married, have children, bring into a family, you know, whatever it is that you need to come with. I think that our culture was lost during Lyndon B. Johnson's presidency.
Who was that?
The president that allowed the Welfare Act,
Oh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was also during the same time of the civil rights movement, right, for the women and stuff, which was never about equality. It was always about pro-choice. So because ignorant people teaches ignorant people, right? Well, everybody got ignorant information. So I think our culture got lost in translation. Our culture got lost when we depended upon a system that is not in it for our family.
100%.
And I think that we, as blacks, were tempted by the free money. And we thought that we would be able to get the free money, keep the free money, and still keep our man as long as he remains hidden. Right? But then after a while, you realize, yeah, it's easier thought up than done. So now we today are reaping the consequences of yesterday's actions because we are perpetuating the same
Yep.
cycle.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you just repeat, like you say, Trinity. You repeating the same cycle is every day. We repeating the same cycle every day. We live. You know what I'm saying? As the year go by, as the time goes by, we repeating the same cycle. We just doing it a little different. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it is. Yeah, I mean, it's the same shit, but just different time.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about it, I can add something else to it. The culture was community as well. The community,
Yes.
it was because I was talking to my brother about this, and he was like, "It's so crazy how me and my brother have different dads." And he was like, he remember his dad had married my mom, and they had got a divorce, and my mom remarried, or my dad remarried my mom. And he was like, he remember going to cookouts and stuff, and my dad and his dad was cool. Like it was no animosity, like it was all love. And now it seems like nowadays, if you cool with your ex, you can't be cool with it's just like so much chaos that people don't realize. Community is
Mm-hmm.
everything. It's the unit. That's why, like, if you really want to grow, you have to have a community or a team behind you that's pushing you. But everybody, it's individualism nowadays, and that's where I think, again, that's where we lost our culture as well, and lack of
Yeah.
community. Because I think with slavery, like it forced us to come together. Even when they try to separate us, like if the slaves run, you better snitch on them, and I'll give you an apple or whatnot. It's like you start to understand they tried to create a separation to get in between us, and I think a lot of times we that's where we lack, especially not people not questioning stuff. Like back in the day, they stopped questioning, and then not even back in the day they stopped questioning it. Even now, people aren't really questioning stuff until you start to ask them questions.
Like I'm gonna bring up something that I see that
Somebody got a
it that
comment.
that I see that it's trending through everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got, let's say you got one of the rappers up there shaking their ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing this, doing that. It's a trend. Now, what you see now, you turn around, you see it, or you turn on Instagram, or you turn on Facebook, any social media, anywhere, YouTube, whatever. Everybody's doing what now? Everybody's shaking their ass. You know what I mean? So it's like monkey see, monkey do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody is just learning from different people. It's not, you know what I mean? Back in the day, they was doing it back in the day, but they wasn't doing it as official how the people doing it now. You know what I'm saying? People use the internet for everything now to get
Mm-hmm.
their point across, and you know what I mean, to get their point across, to get their feelings out, get whatever they need to get out. People use the internet for it now. You know
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's why I say every year is always something different. Like let's say when you look at the news, every
Mm-hmm.
time you look at the news, they come up with something different. You know what I'm saying? Talking about what's bad for you or what food bad for you. They say that damn near every day. They come on with the news, or every year they come up with some trend saying something what's bad for you, or what's bad for heart condition, or this and that. It's just, I mean, that shit just trend. I mean, it's just a different thing changes every year, every day. We just all the shit that was been going on. We just living in just a different time. That's all. Just a
What?
different time and different age. The only thing
Yeah, I would have
changing
to
is your
agree.
age.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
That's the only thing changing is your goddamn age and how old you and the look on your face. That's the only thing changing. Other than that, when you die dead tomorrow, that shit's still gonna be the same. People still be doing the same shit.
So we have a question here, and I want to know you. I want to hear everybody's perspective. And the question asks, so when do we rewrite the story? How do we change this? Because it's way past time to change these old patriarchal values and outdated structures.
So when do we? I would say right now. I think the key is understanding that structure only represented where they were at back then. I think trying to go back and try to redo it, I think that's the biggest issue when people are like, I want traditional women, and just like, nah, being able to understand who you are now and being able to accept yourself to where you're just being you versus trying to play a role. I think that's really the key. So it's self-acceptance, and that's how you rewrite the story, by learning to appreciate and accept all aspects of you instead of just trying to be a certain way. Just be you. And once you allow yourself to really be you, you'll thrive and you'll flourish, because you're not trying to be something outside of you. Most people are trying to be something outside of themselves because the society says you need to do this. A man is supposed to be this. A woman is supposed to be. It's like, nah, if your relationship and the person you are in and are connected to, if y'all want to have it this way, have it that way. Do what works for you, not try to be like everybody else. And that's where I think the issue is because we're trying to be like other people, not just being ourselves. And that program don't resonate with us. That's why the depression and the suicide and the domestic violence and all this, because we're trying to force people to be a certain way instead of just accepting people for who they are, because we haven't accepted ourselves. So I think the outdated structure is there because they couldn't question things back in the day. Now we have the autonomy to question, and now more people, the internet's there, so now you can learn and really dive deeper into figuring yourself out. And I think the key is doing that.
I like that. Well said, Najee.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank
You go, boy.
It's Najee week this week.
you.
Okay, let me find out. Najee had his old cradle
Huggy juice.
huggies under the bed. Trying to tell you
I got me
now.
some Huggy juice.
Twan,
Huh? I'm sorry. I was more on Najee was saying. What is it again? Can you please go again, please?
So when do we
No,
rewrite?
hold on, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Twan,
Hmm?
it's on the screen.
Oh shit. My bad. Let
Why eating that pizza?
me see if I can read this little shit.
Yeah, see what the hell I gotta do? God damn you. The shit's not little. Your screen is little.
'Cause you
Buy
got
a bigger phone, baby. All right. Stop trying to, you know what I'm saying, go after StreamYard.
Yeah, whatever.
It's the free version, damn you. Okay.
Yeah, you good. This version is fire, and I like it.
I
It's the
like it
fact
too,
version.
but you know how haters be,
Read it.
right?
Screw it. Oh, how did we change it?
Mm-hmm. Do I gotta calm down?
No.
Yes, I do, because you're rubbing your hands. He said, no.
This is Twan. He back. He back. Twan, like, yeah. How do we change it? Women don't ask for money because you ain't getting. Stop asking.
How do we change it? That you know what? That's a good question. How do we change it? That's a good fucking question.
He don't know.
No, I mean I know it, but I'm just
There's
trying
so
to
many different directions you can go with it. That's what it
That's
is.
why
Right.
he
He's
don't
just trying to
know.
figure out, like,
Because
how
there's
do we?
so
We
many.
can
Yeah.
it's so it's you're right. It's so many directions you can go with it. And I'm just trying to make sure I use the right one.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no wrong one.
Because
You
be
can
honest
adjust.
with you, it ain't no right one, be honest with you. But
Options, boy.
we
They're
have
a mother sucker.
we
Yeah.
have it's a lot of options out there. And I believe the way we could change it, that people that's in power, that has the ability to put it, that people that would listen to them, put it like that. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of people that listens to a lot of celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of people that listen to a lot of rappers, female rappers, men rappers. So I believe it starts with them. If you really wanted to change, because people listens to them. So if you really wanted to change, I really believe it would start with them, the people that, not saying that we don't have a voice, you know what I'm saying, but I believe the people that have a stronger voice than what we have, that have a stronger platform than what we have, I believe it starts with them. You know what I'm
Yeah, that
saying?
makes.
Because
Oh, you go.
no, no, go ahead, Nadi.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that makes sense. The thing is, what Kiana said, we are the people with the power. We all have the power within us because we are the leaders. I think a lot of times those rappers and influencers and whatnot, bro, they don't have no. They're choked. Like, you think Sexy Red really decided to blow up? Like, somebody push Sexy. There, like, there's an agenda behind it. It's like understanding that a lot of times us looking to somebody else to help us is the reason why we're almost like stuck, because it's keeping us looking to them, not realizing, like, bro, they ain't gonna have your best interest. The people in power, they don't have your best interest in mind. That's why they're staying in power. So it's like, I'm going to put people underneath me who can influence people to stay. That's what, like you were saying with twerking and stuff. Those people are in power are pushing that agenda to get more people to twerk because it's keeping people ignorant, because you're standing your root chakra, because you're fantasizing about having sex and whatnot. So it's understanding that is really just one of those things where once you get it, like, most of these people really is, we've been, as a society, we think people who have money means they know what they're talking about. Just because a person has money or status, that means they know what they're talking. When most people with money, they don't know what they're talking about. And just because you have money, that don't mean you're knowledgeable in the areas just because you have money. And most of the time, like, even with basketballs and sports, a lot of the GMs and a lot of these coaches never actually played the sport, but they know Heck yeah, they just know how to finances, and they know how to, the algorithm is what they call it nowadays. So now they're doing stuff based on the algorithm, and that's how the sports world is. It's one of those things where if you don't really understand yourself, you will be easily influenced by any and everybody.
Yeah.
You muted. I don't know if you unplugged your thing.
No, I was muted.
Oh, you good?
When I'm supposed to mute, I don't mute. When I'm not supposed to be muted, I mute. You know, I'll get it right one day this
You
year.
good?
Look, I still got time. It's only June.
Oh yeah, we good.
So I can actually see where both of you fellas are coming from. You know, in the sense of in terms of like understanding yourself, accepting yourself, and knowing yourself and other people and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think for me, I began when I became a part of history, because now I have my own story to tell. So instead of me trying to rewrite someone else's experiences, why not become the better part of that experience and then become impactful, become a part of history where other people will share my methods, my techniques, and my skills. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So instead of rewriting history, I really think that it would just be so much better if we just
Created our own.
create our own story.
Yep.
So it could be my story, your story, his story, her story.
Mhm.
That's simply what it is. It's just stories of other people's accomplishments.
Big
So
fact.
why not accomplish something big on your own and become a part of history, thereby impacting history and
Mhm.
being a part of the change instead of being the one to change it?
Dang, y'all said it was me. Listen, listen to that Trent. Okay, absolutely, 100%. It's really just rewriting your own. Like, man, when you
Write your story. Live your
write your
story.
story, not living a story of. That's where insecurity is. All insecurity is living on having an emotional attachment to somebody else's belief system about how you should live your life, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh man, I'm insecure about my body. Who told you you was fat? Well, my fat cousin told me I was fat. Well, your fat cousin wasn't actually talking to you. She was talking to herself. You just was there witnessing it. But you internalize that and you start to believe you're her based on her story. That was her story of herself, and you took it on as yours. It doesn't resonate. So write your own story, recreate your own thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, I'll even take it a step further by saying, live out your eulogy. Don't make people liars after you're dead. Because I've been to so many funerals that I didn't know who the hell was in the casket. I knew the body, but the testimonies just didn't add up. I'm like, who the hell are you talking about?
Man,
I've known this person all my life, and never once did I see, oh, you lying on his behalf. You know, that's what
man.
I used to think. But then that's when you know, as years have gone by and I gotten more wiser. I'm not going to say older, right? But as I got more wiser, I realized, no, that was just simply my experience of them. Other people experience that same person in multitudes of ways.
Big fact.
And I can't be arrogant in thinking that someone is only one way all the time and there's
100%.
no depth to them.
100%. Because no two people are the same for a reason. So your engagement and interaction with those two people won't be the same because you're not going to be the same version of yourself with each person.
Yeah.
They're going to activate something differently inside of you. That's why I tell people, like, bro, I don't compete with nobody. There's only one me on this earth. So whatever you do with me, you won't be able to do it with this person or that person. It's different. You can do the same thing, but you won't have the same experience because I'm a different person energetically. But most people don't understand that. So we think it's like one way to be. You have to be this same way with everybody. And it's like, that's impossible.
Swan, what you itching to contribute?
I'm
Why not?
it's a good topic. That's all.
That boy happy. That boy 12 feeling good. It's a good topic.
Yeah. And if you think about it too, right? With what you said, now, oh God, oh, I'm having one of those moments.
What?
Have you
Brain
ever had a
fart.
moment? I'm a lady, okay? We have brain gas.
Brain gas. Brain gas.
Okay, we don't fart, we poot. Okay.
Well, I heard fluff. I don't fart, I fluff. And I'm like, oh,
Potato.
okay.
I'll
Okay.
take it.
Yeah.
You be, pff, we know.
It's like a magical fairy dust comes like, whew.
Okay, we will not make this live about gas. Okay. No matter how beautiful we can make it sound.
It's still gas. You ain't lying. You right.
Yeah, but as I was speaking, I realized I was forgetting what I was trying to say, and I still try to keep it going. And then I realized I had nothing. So,
I appreciate the question.
Okay.
No, it's like, because I usually be responding, but I was just like, because I like to get when people engage and respond back. Because I know when I be jumping on lives and I say stuff and I'm saying stuff consistently and nobody's acknowledging what I'm saying, I'm just like, bro, there's no point in me being on here because y'all not even engaging. So I just like appreciate it. That's just what I do though.
It has something to do with women in relationships and what was said when you were saying it. I know that made absolutely no sense.
No, it has something to do with women in relationships and what you were saying when you were saying it. It made sense.
Okay, well, that gave you no clarity. Let me rephrase that. Because I'm still confused. So I know I can provide you clarity if I'm confused.
You good. I can, if you give me like one direction you're trying to go. I'm usually good at picking up what people are putting down. And
yeah, I'm not putting down anything.
And you,
I'm just carrying. I'm just carrying.
You kind of the goat at that. Oh, I be listening. So what you're saying is,
yeah, okay. I'm not saying that I'm incompetent. I'm just saying I'm just not in the.
What are you saying?
No. What I'm saying is
chest. What you saying, Trini? Put it in your chest.
She don't know. That's what she's trying to remember. But what I was saying,
time out, Najee.
I was giving you.
Hold on, Najee. You see, Twan, what you didn't even realize, Broham, was that unbeknownst to you, I was just about to set up a GoFundMe for you to get an unlimited supplies of Huggies. But now,
wow.
But now, I'm not feeling that charitable. Okay.
See what you done did, Twan?
Be prepared.
I'm giving her flowers.
I was still speaking out of love for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that makes
yeah,
sense.
Ike said he loved Tina too after every punch. I ain't trusting your love, black man. No, the hell I ain't.
See, I'm so hurt that you said that.
That's okay. Rather you hurt than me.
You know what? That is messed up.
You are a man. I'm a woman. I'm meek. I'm the weaker of the vessel. You shouldn't want me to hurt rather than you. What kind of man are you?
I didn't say I want you to hurt. I didn't say I want you to hurt.
Well, one of us got to get hurt, and it didn't want to be you. So what you saying?
Huggy juice.
Oh yeah, that ain't the Huggy.
That ain't the Huggy.
Yeah,
no, that's that no frills. That's that no frills.
That's the Hawaiian.
Yeah, the Hawaiian. You trying to lie to us? We know how you are on Huggies.
That's the Hawaiian juice right there.
I understand that, and we know how you are on when you on that stuff. When you on Huggies, you are nice, you're pleasant, you're laughing.
Don't make me have to go in there and get a Huggy, because I can go in there and get a Huggy.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. Go on.
Man, Twan off that Huggy. I'm like, Twan, you hurt. Damn, Twan.
Please go get a Huggy.
I'm looking up to
I don't like this version of you.
No, I'm still the same person.
You like my attitude, Najee? I'm practicing on that black girl attitude.
Hey, you see how calm he is though? He responded. See, he was the other Twan with it. That's a red. I'm out of here. Now he just like, do I need to get look like he compromising? Like, do I need to go get a Huggy for you?
I think he's contemplating it. Look at him, like he said from Huggy's withdrawal. You know what I mean? Like he ain't want to be, he didn't want to let it be known he was gonna.
I just had to get comfortable. That's all. I get comfortable. That's all.
The Geritons aren't working. I know how that feels. I've heard stories from a friend.
You had some of this good shit. You be all right.
Dang, that boy got bizarre. Okay.
So let's see. What's the next question? Twan, I said you can cuss, but I didn't say you can do the rest. Okay. But I appreciate you asking me permission to cuss.
Mm.
Oh man. Twan. All right. So in terms of culture, right?
Mhm.
And men, how would you say culture has affected relationships between our sisters and brothers of the same skin type?
I would say
Have to cover all grounds, because I'm on
you
YouTube, right?
you good. I would say it it's a
Oh,
lot
you
of
just you just straight jumped on that one, huh, Najee? You didn't want me to go first on that one.
Oh, you good. I ain't know if you had to go get the Huggies, but you got Twan.
Twan, go
Floor is
first.
yours.
We gonna
Do
all
your
Twan, it's
The
on
floor
you.
the floor is
Go.
yours.
do your thing. You already started.
Nope, I already muted him. Go on, Twan. Mr. I want a volunteerism.
No, I wasn't
Come
volunteering.
on. Well, you're here now. Just say it.
All right. You said how much the culture affected us, far as brothers, men and women.
Yeah, like family wise and community wise as a whole. Like Najee was saying earlier, right? Where, you know, there was a time when with blacks, it was about family values, and that's what I said. And then he added that it was also about community, which is what I agree with, right? So
Mm-hmm.
taking what I said about family and what Najee said about community, how do you think, or should I say, in which way, yes, in which way has culture influenced or impacted us in terms of relationships and community?
It affects a lot because it still goes back to the point how your parents was coming up or your grandparents or so forth, so on, how everyone was coming up. It still goes back to that, and people learning. People will take that learning experience and try and store that into their family once they start having a family. Get where I'm coming from? So, but some people try to take the culture and installs it into their family, and sometimes it might not work. Sometimes it might
Okay.
backfire. You know what I mean? Because of how that person was raised. You maybe was raised this particular way, but that person maybe was raised totally different in a totally different household, in a totally different way of coming up. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, it can backfire on you, and sometimes it can go good for you. So, yeah, it affects a lot. It definitely affects a lot as relationship, um, brothers, sisters, mothers, aunts. It affects a lot. You know what I mean, because if you look at it today, how many people have family reunions to this
Only
day right now?
I would say
I
only
mean, if you can count on your
Three.
one on
I
your wait a
have to
minute, hold on,
count.
let me
Three.
finish. Let me
Mhm.
finish. Let me finish. If you can count on your one hand as of right now, right? You know how family back in the day, back then, people, us family used to have family reunion. Everybody used to come out to family reunion.
And
Yeah,
everybody came back to the block with a t-shirt.
Mhm.
exactly. So it's we in 2024 right now, right? From
Mhm.
that past time until now, how many people you know and how many people you can count on your one hand that has family reunions right now?
Three.
I got I think my
and
family
and none and none of them are mine.
yeah, I was about to say I think my family down south still do it. They used to do it when I was younger. They did it a lot more often. They don't do it as much
Exactly. All
anymore.
three people are down south.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All
But
three.
you don't see,
All
but you
three.
at that moment you still don't see that many now.
Mm-mm.
Everybody used to do
No.
it,
And
but you don't see that
and I
at this
think. Oh, you good? My bad. My bad. You good.
at this moment. You got people beefing with inside the family. Family members don't want to get along, or families got their own lives going on. Some families probably better than to somebody else's family,
Mm-hmm.
and decide to pick their family over the side before they pick their family. So I mean, like I said, a lot of that shit plays a part of as time goes on. A lot of that stuff plays a part into it. But you don't have people doing the judicial like we used to do.
Mhm.
You used to have love back in the day. You used to get into a fight with a person. Y'all used to be able to shake hands, keep it pushing. All right, boy. Or motherfucker keep on fighting till the motherfucker win.
Mhm.
Now, what a motherfucker do? Motherfucker get his ass whipped. He gonna go get a gun. You understand what I'm saying? So the shit, I mean, the way the shit is boiled up, the shit that's going on now is it's just crazy. So I mean, like I said, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So yeah, it can hurt you. It can hurt you in a lot of different ways, and it can be good in a lot of different ways. So that's my take on that.
So I heard you say, Twan, that it's a thing where each one teach one, right? And each one teaches only what they know. So if they're ignorant, well, ignorant people are gonna teach ignorant people ignorant stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And also that, well, that was really what I kind of like kept into the forefront was the each one teach one.
Mm-hmm.
And 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 also, you said something. I remember you said something that had me to. You got me starting to thinking that our values today are not what it was back then in the times when we had these family reunions.
Yeah.
Right? When we had those family reunions, it was about family and community. And it was about community. Why? Because we had block parties.
Mhm.
You dig? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, so I think those values have been lost um, because of social media and
Mm-hmm.
access to other
Mhm.
people's lives, and then you
Mhm.
get those people wanting to compare their life with something that is seemingly better.
Mhm.
They got something to now want to strive for, and
Mhm.
Like
what they're striving. Go ahead.
like the words every year. It's a different word. Motherfucker learn a different word every year.
Hmm.
When the hell back in the day, in that time, anybody said ops? What is a fucking op? You understand what I'm saying?
Opposition, duh. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
playing.
no, I get where you coming
No,
from,
no,
but
no.
what is the
You just saying
what,
how easily it just circulates. Not everybody's saying it. It
right?
was
And
once in a community. You say one thing like the 4 blocks or 5 blocks. The town would say one thing. Now you get on social media. Now everybody's saying it. It's
Wait a
word
minute.
cloud.
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. You
but
said ops mean opposition. I
no.
thought ops. No, Najee said that. I thought
Oh, okay.
ops meant operation.
But I mean, if you look at it right, everybody like different. Every year it's a different trend. And social media plays a part in a lot of this shit right
Because
now. And this
everything is a
day,
trend. Life has
right
become a trend.
in this day and time right now, social media plays a part in getting somebody killed.
Mm-hmm.
Social media plays a part in getting you rich.
Mm-hmm. Getting you canceled.
Yeah, getting you canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is a cause of a lot of things. Fiction, your household. You know what I'm saying? Friction falls with anyone else or whatever.
Yeah.
Social media. So 'cause back then you didn't have social media. People didn't have none of this back then. And if you get to squabble with somebody, you would have to go see them.
You have to make an effort.
Exactly. So nowadays, people get on social media. People use social media to get their point across, or do this and do that. So social media plays a part in a lot of things that goes on throughout people's household, people lives. You know what I'm saying? Social media is a big cause of a lot of shit. And
Big
if a
facts.
person sit up there say, if this person sit up there and say social media don't play a part in it, they're a fucking lie. You understand what I'm saying? Because social media gets people hurt quick.
Well, I kind of have to give some pushback on that. Surprising, I know,
Okay.
right? In terms of social media is something that is a neutral thing, right? It does nothing on its own. It would need an outside force to do something with it. So I think irresponsible, emotionally unhealthy individuals who are angry, aggressive, and come to argue, they just simply have access to who to be aggressive towards, who to even share their personal business with so that they can feel valid in their feeling of being mad with their partner. So now they want to tell the world their business in hopes that they're going to get somebody on their side to say, girl, man, you're valid in your feelings. In fact, I actually saw a YouTube ad that interrupted my show to say, ladies, you are valid in your feelings. You are valid in your pain. You are valid in your hurt. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so what? But you know what I mean? So it's just an alternative to therapy.
You
So I
said
don't
therapy.
it's an yeah. Uh Social media is an alternative to therapy for some people.
Big facts.
I
Because
mean,
you know why? You don't need to get therapy and heal and get better if you have people of
Mhm.
common sense who think like you, who feel like you, who can relate to you and validate to you that there's something wrong with the world and you are fine.
I
It's
mean,
like just like what
It's
you said.
them. It's them.
Ignorant people teaches ignorant people. It's
Mhm.
the same thing.
I agree. I agree with you to some point though, Trinity. But I'm gonna have to give you a little bit pushback on that because yeah, it could be a little therapy to some people or whatever.
No,
But
an
like,
alternative
oh
to
well,
Yeah,
therapy.
she wasn't
Yeah,
saying it
yeah,
was
the
therapy.
oh,
person need therapy, but instead of going to therapy, instead of getting
okay,
therapy, they're
okay.
getting validation, they're getting an acknowledgement, and they're getting people to say, "Yes, you are so right."
Yeah,
You
yeah, you're
know,
right. Yeah,
you know,
100%.
nothing's wrong with you. It's everything
Everything.
wrong with the world. You know, it's the
right.
man, it's
Because
the
you will
woman,
get
it's the
people
cat
like
in the
that.
tree.
Yeah, because all you do, you'll get a person to come on the internet, tell their life story, what's going on, say this or say that, and then you'll get a few people come on there, be like, oh yeah, you right, this now, this and that, and all this. Yeah, you should be this and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you definitely right because it happens on damn near everybody damn near platform.
100%. And the
So,
craziest thing about this is social media is not even a real thing.
Yo,
Like
that is so creepy.
people don't get it. Like it's not real. Like I can come on here and put on a wig and put on and be a character, and y'all believe that's me. And
But
it's
you know what? It's not that social media or the character is real. Guess what's real, Najee? And this is right up your alley, buddy. I don't know how you missed it.
well, how they feel.
The emotions are real.
Oh
but
yeah.
you
You
know
know
what
what I'm
though?
saying? And that's
Mhm.
what they're responding off of and from is simply
But
the
you know what?
emotion.
If they,
Mhm.
if I tell you, I ask this question too sometimes. If they took away all this, right?
Mhm.
Social media, all that stuff. What would you think the world would come?
I don't know. I'd be dead. He'd kill me. He would kill me.
Having the people out this motherfucker be
He would kill me because he would be all that I have.
Only people. You know what? I'm not even gonna say old people because they got out of hand with the social media shit too.
Yeah, my,
So
my dad love him some Facebook now. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
Stop.
so I
Oh
don't know.
God.
Cause
Oh
my
God.
mother, my mother, she claims she don't know what the hell she do, but shit, every time I turn around, I get a goddamn message every goddamn minute. Her keeps sending me messages on Facebook, funny shit. You know what the hell you doing? Stop
You
sending
on
me that shit.
you on Facebook? You gotta be scrolling. I'm telling you, Facebook. They the older generation and they pictures. I'm like, man,
Right.
you gotta back off the camera a little bit.
Yeah, she putting pictures up of her boyfriend, and all. Nigga, you know what the hell you doing? You know what I mean? Stop sending me shit, though. You keep sending me all the little funny jokes and all. Look, stop sending me that shit 3, 4, 5 o'clock up in the morning because you want to be up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning watching TV and shit. Scary movie. No. You know what I mean? No, stop sending me that shit.
That's funny.
So yeah, I mean I guess it. You know what I mean? So that's why I say if you take away social media, what you think will happen? It
I'll
will
be
go down.
I'll be in my own world with my little plant babies and nah, never mind. I wouldn't be able to social. Well, YouTube considered social media?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I don't know what I'll be doing because I learn a lot. Well, I'll be reading. I'll read a lot of books. So I read a lot of books too.
So if they took away social media, it wouldn't bother you?
Nah, not me. I adapt. So I just find things I enjoy doing, like books. And
Would it bother you,
prints.
Trinity? Trinity,
She
you
gone.
muted if you talking.
She gone. I don't even think she here. We'll just ask her when she come back.
Right.
Could the loss of value / morals be accredited to the lack of ownership / assets? Great question. I would say.
You were calling me?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
My bad. What happened?
Twan was asking the
We was
question about
asking you, what would you do if social media was gone?
what would you be doing?
Oh.
If
No,
they
I'm
took away
thinking.
social media right now,
I know.
nobody couldn't get on social media. What would you do?
Dude, I understood the question. Hold on. Because maybe he think I'm cross-eyed since I left. Listen.
Yeah, I think you are.
I heard you the first 3
you
times.
got a little drool coming down right now.
That's from the steak I was testing out. That's why I couldn't hear you. Don't be a hater, Mr. Huggy Man. Okay. You stuck with Huggies. I'm over here with steak. Anywho, I would struggle. I would struggle because I'm an introvert. So this is my social life. I don't have a social life off of YouTube and Instagram. And because I don't have a social life off of YouTube and Instagram, and it's in my nature to be an introvert, I would have to unbecome myself to reach the world with whatever I'm doing on Instagram and on YouTube.
Mhm.
I couldn't do this on YouTube if there was no YouTube, right? So it's like, how would I be able to do what I believe needs to be done and that can only be carried out by me? I'll be stuck in a pickle, Mr. Twan. But I won't be in a pickle for long because, like I said, he would kill me.
This what they'll figure it out. They're gonna be the best of friends. You're gonna get a whole different Trinity because it's a whole different experience. We're gonna be introvert. We're gonna be extrovert Trinity. I'm like, dang, Trinity ain't seen. She gonna be flying across the country.
He ain't trying to hear none of that. You think he's interested in the conversations we have? He don't care about none of that. All he cares is that I'm having conversations that are clean, decent, and poised as much as I can be.
So are you saying if it wasn't no social media, your marriage would be downhill?
Yeah, I'd be a pain in the ass. Talk to me.
But
I gotta get it out.
Hey, wait,
I got no one to talk to.
Reason why I say that, right?
Were y'all together before or after COVID? Or
After.
social media?
Well, during. No, during.
Okay. Because I know I know a lot
We
of couples broke up during COVID because they couldn't go to
yeah.
No,
work.
we got together during COVID, as roommates.
Oh, okay. Y'all.
Reason why I say that, right? Because on the simple fact is, back then, in that day and time when there wasn't no social media, people made it happen.
Dude, I was playing double dutch. I didn't give a damn
No,
about
not you.
nothing.
Not you.
So
But
I
I'm just
mean,
saying.
I get that they were making it happen,
That's
but
they
I mean,
that's they
No, you're not.
story,
You
Twan.
ain't. You ain't missed the point. What I'm going to say. So what I'm saying is that time people like as they was coming up, they made it happen, right? They ain't had no social media. They made it happen, and they probably you got some people probably still together to this day, right? Now people don't. When COVID and all that shit
oops.
was going on, you know what I'm saying? People were stuck in the house and all this. You still had social media for real.
Yeah, that's
But
what I was thinking.
yeah, but the only thing about it, it was people. They were seeing each other a little bit too much. That's what the fuck that was. They were seeing each other too much. That's
I
why
ain't gonna
people
lie,
had
bro. I ain't gonna
breakups
lie.
and shit like
Yeah,
that.
COVID.
No,
Me and my ex was together, it was times when I'm like, bro, I need to, you just like
Right.
give me a little bit
I
of.
mean, like during COVID, I didn't need the any social media because, well, me and my best friend, we stayed on the phone. Like I carried out her whole shift with her. You know what I mean? If I'm working, she carrying out my shift with me. We were just on the phone, just connecting.
Mhm.
And the reason I got, well, yeah, the reason I even got on social media to do lives was because I had a brilliant idea to one day just hold one of our conversations live because I thought they were good conversations, very
Mm.
productive, productive, and solution oriented, right? And some of it was funny, a lot of it was funny. We had a good time. So it wasn't like a thing where I needed social media back then. But now, where I am today, I wasn't married back then when I was doing that. In fact, I was single. You know what I'm saying? I was single with a
Right.
half a kid, you know? And and
Right.
I and I do mean half a kid because she lived with her dad, so she only came to me like on big holidays.
Mm.
So I just had nothing but space and time to talk to my homegirl all day. And she had nothing but space and time to talk to me all day. So there was really no need for social media. But now that I've been introduced to it, that's like telling a crackhead, here, let me, somebody who never smoked crack, here, let me introduce you to some, to some immune candy. And you're like, oh, snap. And the person just feeding you the candy, feeding you the candy. When they going to tell you, I ain't giving you no candy no more. What you going to do? I'm going to rob you for your damn candy. Give me back my damn, my
Mhm.
damn social media. What's social media ever do to you, hater? I don't even know why you asked that mean question when we should have been addressing the question on the screen.
Well,
Oh, you was gone before that question came after that question came up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll
So
eat that.
hush it.
oh,
Okay, fine.
Nah, it backfire on you.
all right, Twan, you want to answer the question? 'Cause I'm gonna give you the opportunity.
What's that? Is it
On
like-
the on the screen.
Twan,
Let me help you out, old man. It
I see it.
says,
I read it
I
already.
know you see it, but I
no
ain't hear
answer.
you read nothing, and you just staring at the screen like,
That's what I'm saying. Twan looks so he just.
Because I was reading it. Could be lost. Mm, yeah, it could. It could be lost. Because if you don't have, I mean, if you don't have the value and stand on it, you can definitely lose the ownership. So people don't have value anymore these days. People don't. Technically, people don't even know the meaning of the value. If you ask some of these people out here today what the meaning of the value, they couldn't tell you. They couldn't tell you at all. So yes, you would lose ownership of it. So that's my take on that.
Okay. And Trinity, are you there, Trinity? I figured she was gone. Okay.
She always ducking off.
That steak. It's that steak. That steak must be fire.
Right.
But could the loss of value / morals be credited to the lack of ownership / assets? I think it could be. It could be a factor in it. I think a lot of times, like Twan was saying, is understanding what your values are. I think a lot of the stuff that back in the day they don't value anymore. And I think nowadays people don't really understand what words mean. They just say them because it sounds good. So I think the lack of ownership, I don't even think of lack of ownership will play a factor in it, because the slaves didn't have ownership when they came, but they had values, but they learned to disconnect from those values based on hurt and being punished and being beaten and being abused. So I would say the lack of values and morals could be due to a lot of the hurt instead of the ownership and assets, because that's a financial thing. But if you have a community, y'all building, y'all doing all this stuff together, the financial aspect won't really matter if it's a community doing it together, because you don't have to pay your friend or your cousin or people to help you build. You can just do it. And I think if you guys come together and do something dope, because a lot of the stuff you make money off of, you don't really need a lot of money to make, or you don't need a lot of money to do. So it's just understanding, like, coming together, the community thing will play a major factor in that. And I think the lack of community has a major impact on the loss of values and morals as well.
Trinity.
Hmm.
Come about the steak for a second and answer the question.
Okay, so give me a minute. He's such a hater, Twan.
No, you was over there in that steak a little bit too long. You ain't come back. Damn. We know it's good, but goddamn, calm down. Let it breathe for a minute.
Oh, y'all funny.
Anywho, to answer Miss Layer's question, could the loss of values / morals be accredited to the lack of ownership / assets? I would have to agree with the gentleman. I would have to say yes. Because there's a lack of values and morals, well, there's no sense of family and community. So family is about ownership, right? You own your own house, you own your own car, you own your own space. Assets in terms of a community where you own your own business and you are setting up shop in your community, right? As moms and pop stores. Everybody now is really truly in it for themselves. This is why there's so many online businesses. And community is so necessary and important that now it's an online community. So we can't get away from the idea of community, because community is simply people who have common interest in, uniting together. So whether it's offline or online, there will always be a sense of community. But how close knit and how tight that community goes.
Hold on. Did you see what I see?
I saw Huggy Juice, but I wasn't going to bring attention to it.
Oh, okay.
Because if I did, then he would have brought attention to my steak. I'm trying to stay under the goddamn radar.
Nah,
Why are
Huggy,
you bringing me up into your damn altitude where I can be seen with my mess?
I'm saying Huggy Juice Twan is a little different. He might be like, "It's okay, Trinity. I understand.
He ain't finished
Enjoy
the
your
first
steak.
bottle
We're
yet.
all here. We're not here to judge you for doing that. Just
He
enjoy
did not
your steak.
finish the first bottle yet. You don't approach Twan before the 2.5 bottle.
Oh, okay. I'm learning. Okay, that makes sense. I ain't seen nothing.
I told you gotta observe people like monkeys are observed by biologists.
Continue on, Trinity.
I think I was done. I'm going back to my steak.
Yeah, I see, because you smacking and smacking right
All
now.
right, Mr. Huggy Foot.
Oh, Lord mercy. Anything else? We got anything else?
What's the other question? She asked the question last time. I never got to answer it, but I don't remember the
Go
question.
ahead, answer it.
I don't
What was our
remember the
question?
Mm-hmm.
It was like about the. Let me see.
Well, ask it again.
She was. Well, yeah, I can't answer because I was trying to figure out
Tuan, why are you acting like I'm not here?
You're
what
not.
was the
You
question again?
staking.
You staking.
We don't know you.
Yeah, but YouTube don't. So can we keep it private and personal? Thank y'all between
Yeah,
family and friends. What's
you,
wrong with
you,
y'all?
you over there sucking your fingers and shit, sucking your tonsils and shit. So
Oh, I didn't say nothing to you when you eat a goddamn burger last week, did I? No, I left you with your daggone burger by yourself to yourself. Now, just
I
because
don't
you
know.
got some corny old chips and a little bottle of Huggy Juice, you mad? Why you mad?
I ain't
I
mad.
wasn't mad at your
I'm just
burger.
hating. I'm just hating right now.
You had your cow last week. Can I have my cow this week?
No.
Moo.
Yeah, and y'all can both have it for me too. Yeah, it's all y'all.
Oh, you want to be included into the chaos and ruckus?
Nah, I'm trying to bring it down just a tad bit.
Don't you know I'm a disgruntled woman right now, and anyone that
You got a
responds,
steak in your mouth. You good?
true that.
Mm-hmm.
You eating
True
big
that.
steak. It ain't no little steak. That's a steak that's so good. You leaving the camera
I'm
for it
still eating it, right? Mm-hmm.
multiple times.
You eating that?
They ain't no little steak. That's big steak. That's why you had to let Twan know. Yeah, from that big steak I was eating the slot. Yeah. I pay attention now.
Yeah, it's cool.
I pay attention now.
Me and my Huggy Juice and my chips gonna do this thing.
Suck to be you right now.
That's good.
Not from my position.
You know what, Trinity? It's on.
I ain't scared.
Okay.
I'm 5'4". I'm good at hiding.
Okay, you're 10-pound steak. Okay.
I got a 600-pound man. He's a bull. Like what?
Mhm.
I'm lying.
Yeah, I was just going to say that because he damn.
I'm lying. Cause you know how rumors be going around mad quick about me. Yeah, I gotta nip that one in the bud right
You lying,
now.
everybody.
I'm lying.
All right.
That was for play. All right, so culture, family, community. All right, so what would you, either of you guys, what would you advise someone what would you advise someone who is seeking to, how can I say it without sounding stupid? You know how people like on IG, right? They are, there's some individuals who are craving a sense of community. How would you advise one to go about obtaining that sense of community in our culture today?
Twan.
Nah, Najee, it's you. You want to be in the spotlight earlier. Hey, you are.
No, I was given the opportunity. He said
You
last
gave,
time. No,
yeah,
he said
and
last time.
he had his
No,
term. You can't spoil him because then he's gonna think
No, I'm
he's
saying last
entitled.
time. Last time he said I jumped on it too quick, so I'm just like Twan. Like you want.
no, go ahead.
Okay. So if they're looking for a community,
Yeah, but,
I would say. I was about to go a different direction, but I ain't even gonna go there. I would say start posting the things that you enjoy and using hashtags if you want to go the social media way. And then the people that resonate with your stuff will find you. I don't even think it's about looking for a community. It's just being. I'm always just be you on social media, and people that resonate with you will come to you. It's a frequency thing. You attract people based on what you put out. So you put out being yourself, you attract people like-minded.
I agree. I concur. Yeah.
I say, I agree with Najee. Be careful what you put out because what you put out is what you shall receive. Be smart about it. I mean, everybody loves attention, but it's the type of attention you attract. You know what I'm saying? So just be smart about what you put out, because a lot of people put out things for the attention, for the attraction. You know what I'm saying? It's just so they can get that buzz, so they could be that top notch person. But they don't want the responsibility that comes behind it. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful what you put out and be smart about it and and you know what I mean, and be smart about how you go about it. That's how I see it.
One person that like people on top of go to places that truly enjoy meet people out and enjoy. Yeah, for sure. I agree with. Sure.
Sounds good. Sounds good. If it were me, the fact that they're even approaching me about um wanting to be a part of a community, I would suggest that they start one of their own by doing what Najee said. You know what I mean? By posting things that of your interest, by going live, speaking about topics that you are well versed in, that you are familiar in, that you can even be a hood expert in. You know what I'm saying? And your community will build, because community is really a group of like-minded individuals coming together, talking about the same interests.
Common unity.
Yeah. So I think that, like, that's what I'm doing. I'm building up Trinity's Tribe on IG over that page. And I'm building a community of people who are thought leaders,
Mm-hmm.
who
That's who you
are
deal with.
who are interested in conflict resolution. I like brainstormers, everybody coming together and sharing what they know and how it may have worked out for them, and I can be like, holy crap, yeah, I'm going to take that with me. Um, I like what Lachey says. She says, for in person, I advise people I talk with to go to places they truly enjoy, to meet people who also enjoy those things, because there is a chance they'll share similar personal goals or standards. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think we try to force people that we like to be interested in what we care about.
Yep.
And usually that pushes people away because
You
they
gotta,
got
you
their
gotta,
interests of their own.
you gotta
Yep.
know how to. You gotta know how to surround yourself with people with the caliber that fits your needs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean by needs like I need this, I need that. Like people that's on the same level you're on. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to reach that same goal you trying to reach. Surround yourself with positive people, because you always want to have that one person that's going to be trying to be negative about what you putting out or how you putting it out or what you doing or this and that. But like they always say, if you ain't got that negative person saying this saying that, you must ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? So just I mean, just be smart about it. That's how I say about it. Just be smart about it. Go about what you do. Do your dream. If that's just your dream. Say how you want to start your community. How you want to do that. Just do it, but do it in a like in a positive way, in a good way. You know what I mean? Surround yourself with good people, because that shit can backfire on you sometimes when you surround yourself with negative people. You know what I mean? Because they'll turn on you. Next thing you know, they talking shit about you and shit like that. So yeah, just surround yourself with good people, man. When you do shit like that.
And if I may expound on what you said, Twan, when you find yourself in the
Right.
constant company of negative people, you have to really truly reevaluate yourself. Why am I
Mhm.
exposing myself to these toxic places? Because at some point, you're going to have to hold yourself accountable for where you sit. You're
Yep.
going to have to
100%.
hold yourself accountable for who you engage with. And you cannot make them or expect them to unbecome themselves so
Mhm.
that you can be in their presence and not be alone. You really have to truly self reflect and ask, why am I seeking that type of adrenaline, that type of excitement, that
Mhm.
type of power?
Facts. And because you have to also be on the same frequency of a person to even attract them. And I think a lot of people don't get that either. It's one of those things where if you don't like you, you're going to attract somebody who's going to reflect how much you don't like you.
Mhm.
But it's not the person, it's how you're interpreting what that person is saying or doing, which is really a reflection of how you feel about yourself. So now you feel like this person is being negative, but it could be something that you're energetically putting out that's being reflected back to you.
That's why. That's why I say be careful what you put out.
Yeah.
Because you're going to see it. And to even put that in picture form. So there was this Instagrammer. Let's leave it at that, right? There was this Instagrammer that every time I came into their presence, I got annoyed. I got
Mhm.
annoyed by hearing the voice. I
Mhm.
got annoyed by the words they were speaking. I got annoyed when the hell they came up and I saw their face. It was just annoying all around the board, right? Yes, Trinity gets annoyed with people. I just don't show it. And then one day something just came to me and I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen differently. And when I made the decision to listen to this individual differently, I had a whole completely new experience with this person. I actually got to understand and learn this person, knowing this person a little bit more. I was able to embrace this person as they were because I came with that understanding. The person never changed. The conversation already happened. So the only thing that changed was how I was listening. Was I listening because I felt some type of, s- you know, like I'm better than them in a way to where I have to look down at them to their voice annoys me, their face, like they had that punchable face. Like just 5 minutes. Have you ever found somebody like you just saw them he's got a punchable face? Well, yeah, this person had a punchable face, but then when after I listened to them differently, it was like, oh my God, they have a pinchable face. Like I just want to pinch their cheek and be like, oh my God, you're so cute. So the only thing that changed was me. And I realized that the first view I had of that person was a view of me and an inside look of me.
Mm-hmm.
How dare me judge anyone because of how they sound, because of what they say, and because how they appear to me. My experience of an individual does not make them it. So if I say that I know that, I need to listen differently. And I heard a whole different story.
100%. Dang, look at you. There you go. And that's what it's all about. That's why I be saying, like, once your perspective of a person change, so will how you feel about that person, because the feelings are internal thing. You attach your feelings to people based on how you see yourself. And it's like most people don't like themselves. So the feelings that they're attaching to other people is coming through the lens of insecurity, inadequacy. So now they're like, oh, I want this person to be a certain way in order for me to accept them. And if they're not that way, I feel some type of way. And I'll tell people, your feelings don't set the standard for how other people are supposed to live their life. Like who do you think, like, what? They're
The
wrong.
arrogance, right?
Like they're wrong because they have a different perspective. Like
Mm.
it's so crazy because even when people be like, we can agree to disagree, I'm like, that's the most
I, I,
childish
I
thing you
will
can
never
ever tell
agree to
somebody.
disagree.
Like, what if I'm sharing my perspective and I say my favorite color is red? You say I disagree. My favorite color is green. Why do you
It,
need why do you need to belittle my perspective in order to
to
validate
get
yours?
yours.
Like
Exactly.
we can agree to this. I'm not saying anything so you can agree. I'm sharing my perspective. Wanting to agree means you're trying to battle, like right or wrong. This is how you converse. It's so interesting because when people like I disagree with you, in my head, I'm like, why are you telling me that? I never asked you if you disagree. I'm sharing my perspective. This is how I see things. Why do you have
Yeah.
to shoot down my perspective to lift up yours? You could just say, oh, that makes sense, and say your perspective. But it's one of those things where people are like competing. I'm like, bro, why? It's cool. I get it. If you want to disagree, by all means, you can disagree, but you don't
Not
have
with me, you can't. Not with me. Not with me.
But
No,
this
and this my thing, because you've heard me say, no, we will not agree to disagree. What we will do is come to understand each other. Okay? Because if I tell you that labor pains hurt and you disagree, now we got an issue. Why do you feel the need to disagree that I felt the pain that I felt? So what is it about being different than you makes you feel uncomfortable to where your impulse is to disagree? Now we're having a therapy session.
100%.
And if you come back, I'm gonna charge you $5.
Lord.
That's why it's just like it's interesting.
But I get it though. It's just a form of lack of communication, right? They don't know how to communicate well, and most people speak according to how they feel. So even when you said, people don't like themselves. Now, I remember hearing that and didn't even know what the hell that meant, because in my mind, how can I not like myself? That's why I am not giving my trust to somebody. That's why I'm holding back parts of myself, such as love, kindness, thoughtfulness, consideration, because I don't want to feel abused, used, or betrayed, or manipulated. It wasn't until I realized that I am feeling. I'm energy. So energy is the ability to do work. That's the definition of energy. The ability to do work. And this energy is working in an emotional state, in a psychological state, right? As well as a volition state. By transferring, transforming, and transmuting. So if I run from negative feeling, I am running from myself. And I'm running from myself because I don't like the way I feel to me as energy.
100%. Dang, you look at you healing with I'm just saying, because you're absolutely right. That's what people don't even understand. Your perspective, how you feel determines what you see. Your feelings, like that's why if you get frustrated, you get angry, and somebody say, "Hey, Trinity, why are you talking to me like damn? I just said, hey."
What you mean, hey, Trinity? What you trying to say, act like a horse?
There it is. Your
perspective. Hey,
it clouds your perspective because you're in it. That's why I tell people, like, if what a person is saying about you isn't true, realize they're not talking to you.
It wouldn't bother. It wouldn't bother you.
But when it does bother you,
every hit dog will holler.
100%, and they feel like it's true. And even what I was learning about.
Can you tell your booze to give you a couple of more minutes because you at work? Thank you. Now, see, Najee, that's the huggy face.
Yeah.
See, he said nothing. He just sat there with that huggy smile.
Y'all innocent. Just chill, relax. He floating right now.
Me like, I don't care about none of that.
But another thing I had to remember with the agree to disagree thing is most people can only comprehend things to the level of their own awareness. So when they're not comprehending what you're saying, they're filtering what you're saying through their level of awareness. So they're disagreeing with their perspective of how they're interpreting what you're saying.
And nothing about what you said.
It's like, oh, it's so interesting because when I talk to people about trauma and healing and they try to tell me like, I disagree with you there. And I'm like, what do you know about trauma and healing to even be able to tell me you disagree? And it's like, how do you do that? But it's one of those things where it's like most people just take on certain experiences. So I heard this person talk about trauma, and I heard this person talk about trauma. Now this means it's the standard for everybody. And if you go against that standard, I mean you don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, oh, that makes sense now. I get it.
Yeah. Twan, what is your take?
I already said what I had to say. What you talking about? You late. Or was you paying attention?
Actually, I was asking in reference to what was just said between Najee and I. But it's okay.
We were talking about something
I
completely.
wasn't paying attention.
You know what, Tracy?
Hmm.
I'm
I know a
on.
lot
I'm
about
on
what I
chill mode.
know.
I'm on chill mode right
He's
now.
on
So let me
Huggy
let you
Juice
slide.
mode. He's on Huggies mode.
Yeah, see, you know what, Trinity? I'm not even gonna judge you. I accept you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a judge you because it's Petty Wednesday.
I will let you have it for right now.
I don't even want it. It's like least effective right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're like Huggy High.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mhm.
Got another one too.
Yo,
You got-
that's like a tranquil given to an elephant. I want a Huggies juice.
That's what
I
I'm
want to
saying.
see what it does to
You
my
need
little frame.
Huggy juice with some Zy. You fire. You shoo.
You'll be alright.
you got Angry Twan, and then you got Huggies Twan.
Yeah.
But Twan, your secret's safe with me. Only because I would like to keep you as a co-host, and I will never mention your Huggies episodes that we have on YouTube, on Instagram ever, because
You know what?
you got your number one fan over there.
Twan, you got a number one fan?
Oh man, she was mad at me
Who? Wait, Twan.
because she didn't know he was my co-host. Apparently, she didn't get the memo.
Twan.
Yeah,
Who you ain't get the memo to?
I don't know.
it start with a D. Should I go on? Bruh. Why you act like you got all these ladies stalking you and liking you on Instagram? It's only just one.
Damn.
Why you gotta act like he think it all hard?
Twan got the
Like,
juice. That's
he
what you're
just
not
got
getting.
the-
Twan got the
Yo,
juice.
he fronting like there's like hundreds of women that's in his DM.
Hold up. The name. Hold up. What the name start with?
D.
I'm gonna have to see you off air.
We spoke about her. She was the reason for one of your arguments with you and your ex-wife while you were married. Oh, yeah, her. That Huggy Juice is something special, boy.
Man.
I tell you.
Really?
Dude.
He on Huggy Juice mode. That those type of vibes can't hit him. It's just different.
Mm.
He just peace of love to that beautiful queen as well.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's
No, you know what?
He don't even like her.
I damn sure don't.
How you know when you don't know who I'm talking about? Because you don't like nobody, you mean that. Boy, about to be unchristian. Ooh, devil, you's a liar. I rebuke me in the name of Jesus. Go ahead. No, sometimes you gotta rebuke the demon out yourself. Look at him thinking. I
I'm
don't
gonna see you off.
understand.
I'm gonna see you off air.
yeah. He can talk off air.
Mm-hmm.
No, you won't, because you gonna forget, I'm gonna forget, and you ain't gonna care enough to remind nobody.
Because soon as we cut off air, we gonna talk about this.
Dude. Okay. Oh God. All right. All right. No,
Now
I
you got
got
me
you.
curious.
No, I got you. You ready? I heard, and this was said while you were on the panel,
Okay.
that apparently back in the days, you wasn't the dignified Twan that you are today. And apparently, I think you took a shower or a bath on live, and she was on the live, and that's when she went plumb crazy. And she's been your internet boo forever, but you just ain't claiming her because she ain't your boo. She just you just her boo. She ain't your boo.
No, she
You know
ain't
you know
there.
what I'm talking. Do you know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
Should never be that one.
He thought he was in a Jodeci video, Najee, back in the
No,
days, apparently, right?
you had me thinking for a second. I'm like, hold up.
That's okay. I got you. So
That's
back
why
in
I
the
said with a
days,
D. I said that when you said with a D. That's why I was like, hold up. I only know one person with a D.
well, yeah, like I'm like, why is he acting like he got like hundreds of women after him? Like, dude, it's only just one. But yeah, so Najee, this is what I heard, right? Now I don't know what was said, but I know what I heard. So what I heard, because I ain't doing the gossip, I'm gonna tell you what I heard. I heard that back in the days, this is before we knew Twan, that he had this like Jodeci mode going on with him, right?
Oh Lord.
And one day, like he was in that tonight. I wanna share my. He decided to take a bath. I don't know why people take bath and showers on Instagram or even use the toilet. It's way beyond me. But okay, I'm a little prudish.
First of all, I didn't take a shower or bath for Instagram. But
So
go ahead.
what you did? What you did then? What you did?
But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
Well, don't let me finish with with the wrong information. I can get you with the right information.
Oh, I'm gonna let you finish.
So why they say that? Why did they say
I
that's
don't
what
know.
you did?
I
So
don't
they
know,
lying? They
Yeah,
lying?
they definitely lying.
You didn't have a Jodeci moment?
No, I ain't definitely had no Jodeci movie.
Oh, well, then I can't do it
Not-
because I believe you over them. That sucks.
Not
All right,
damn
next
sure not with
question.
her.
No, look, next question.
I would
Not
never
with
have a
her,
Jodeci movie.
with the
That's what I'm saying.
live, because you
On
were
live,
reckless.
that's what I'm saying. On live with her, none of
Najee,
that shit. It
what
would
do you
never
think,
be no
Najee?
Jodeci moment.
What do you think, Najee? You see, he got to see how he know the song. How did he know the words
I
to the
said
song
never.
just
I didn't
now?
sing the song. I said
Yes,
never.
that was a part of the word. That was a part of the lyrics.
No, it wasn't.
Never will
No,
I
it wasn't.
let you down. Yes, it
No, it wasn't.
was. Oh no, he tried to play.
Oh, y'all funny.
Anywho,
You ain't gonna get me with the petty Wednesday.
that's okay. Tomorrow's Petty Thursday.
We don't have no show tomorrow, so we good.
No, but you go live in your car and just
I
drive.
ain't gonna be in the car tomorrow. I'm gonna be in the house. It's gonna be hot tomorrow.
Well, you don't got no AC.
Yeah, but that's
You ain't
gas.
got no gas money.
I got that too, but that's gas.
Yeah, that's right up there with having to buy a bag of chips.
No, see, I don't use regular. Both my cars take 93.
Oh, it takes 93.
Big money. Twan.
He's swanky. Swankadelic.
And gas up here is like $4 some change. I'm good.
People from New York used to go to Maryland for gas. Let me find out. Y'all coming up to New York for gas.
Yeah, that shit like some places $4. Well, majority of places around here $4, but some of them probably like $3.99, some shit like that. But it's always been around like $4 a gallon or some shit.
Yeah, gas for me is real cheap. It's like dirt cheap. I mean, because I don't got a car. I mean, that could be like a little factor. But yeah, I ain't gotta worry about gas. Just a little bit.
No, not too
But
much.
I have access to a vehicle, see?
Yeah, 90. I both of my shits take 93. So I can't put that cheap shit in my shit. I be pushing.
I think the last time we went to the gas station when I saw it, I think it was like 387. And that was for 89. So yeah, New York is in the $4 range too.
Yeah.
93 and 97. You know what I
Man,
mean?
I put 30. If I even put $30 in my truck, my shit would look at me like, nigga, what you thinking about?
Wait, I think is it either 496 or 529?
Wait, in California?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, because I heard at one point it was $7.
No, it ain't that. It ain't.
I'm like, I would have been like taking a Q footy wherever I went. But then again, I'm a New Yorker. Like, public transportation is just it's just a norm. It's like, you got a car for what?
You see what Shay said?
Joking. That's why Twan said, don't ask me for money because the gas up there. Twan was cheap before the gas was up. But
No, I ain't cheap. Just don't ask me for no money. For no, I ain't cheap. Shit, don't ask me no money on no first date or
Baby,
no
get a
first go
huggies.
around.
Get a huggies.
Yeah,
Get a huggies.
you're not the same without a huggy. No.
Yeah, you need to
You
get a
ask me for
huggies.
some money, your ass is out of here. I know what you
He's
up to.
gone. He's gone. Najee, he's gone.
I know what you up to. That means you up. You try and get money. Mm-mm.
Well, that being said, guys, I'm out to.
That means she gotta take a hike.
I got about to go. I get my hair done. I get my hair braided.
It's crazy that you're like the youngest one up here, but you're always the first one to tap out, and you're 3 hours behind us.
That's what I'm saying.
Man.
It's other people. I'm trying to when I can come back because I don't go to sleep till like 4
What do
a.m.
you think? I don't got no goddamn
Nigga, you don't go to
life?
sleep till like 4, nigga.
That's
We
7 in
already
the morning.
sleep.
Oh wait, no, Twan. Remember that morning we spoke with each other because old boy was like stalking me in my DM, and he was
Yeah, and I'm
hitting you
like,
up
I'm about
in
to
the
go to
DM.
sleep.
Oh
Yeah, we had
yeah.
just woke up,
We just
and
yeah.
he
I
went
was
to
like, I'm about to
sleep.
go to sleep. I go to sleep super early, late. Just a night person.
I know the schedule. You just go to sleep now.
That's a damn shame.
No, it's called life. Don't be a hater.
Life, I gotta
No,
adjust.
that's a damn shame.
That's
What's
my.
a shame?
He on the other side of the earth.
I'm on a schedule. My plants is on a schedule. My work is them. That's my life.
What are you trying to say, being charitable, Twan, is that I had to squeeze you guys into my very busy day.
Right.
So
Oh
please
no,
don't
no, no.
complain because I got to
Oh
get my
no.
hair done.
I
Yeah,
got
wait,
Oh
I
I
got
got
the
to
no.
get my hair did.
contact.
You already know, I got to water the weeds, the plants,
The
and the
watermelons.
bushes, and the
Watermelons too. Don't forget the watermelons.
watermelons.
And
Such
then
a
I
Goats,
got
busy guy.
and then
feed
I
the
got the
goats, the chickens, the
contact.
pigs, the
He caught
dogs.
he already high already because he caught a whole contact going in there already.
No, I
So
took
he
one of my
already
traps.
high.
Swan, why are you talking like you innocent, though?
Oh
No, I
yeah.
ain't. You
You
know I
can't
ain't
go.
innocent. I'm
You
gonna
can't go
smoke
to
till I
court with
choke.
dirty hands. You remind me of that court guy. What was it? Who was it? I think it was Judge Judy. It had to be Judge Judy. It was
Listen,
Judge Judy. But this man brought another man to court because he shorted him on his transaction with weed.
oh no, I ain't doing that. I'm a smoke till I choke. I ain't doing all that.
Dude, that's not the point.
I'm going to
It's
smoke
the whole
even when I die. I'm gonna be in the casket still
The pot,
smoking.
calling the kettle black.
I'm gonna put it in my will. Let them know. Make sure you got blood in my mouth while I'm gone. I got hit
and
that.
just burn the whole casket up. I hear you go out in flames.
Yeah, you got that right. I'm gonna wake up and start hitting it.
Najee, would you like to take us out? Please take us out.
Hey, I appreciate everybody who came, who interacted, and made the show fun. I appreciate Twan and I appreciate Trinity for having me. Make sure y'all go follow me on IG at Healing with Najee on all social media platforms. And I appreciate everybody. And I love y'all.
As Twan, I'm on IG cut 43 underscore cut 43 as well. And thank y'all for tonight's show. The show was definitely lit. Good topics tonight. Trinity, you definitely came out, did your thing for us with the topics and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see what we're gonna do next week. So I hope y'all tune in to next week.
Definitely. And you can follow me on IG at n period dot period. Did I say dot period? Ah! You can follow me on IG at n period d period underscore Trinity. Yeah, where it's live over there, but not as live as it is going to be over here. So, with that said, in the meantime, in between time, stay magically delicious as you remain spiritually defined. Later. Bye.